In 1981, a young man in Nigeria made a decision that would quietly change the future of Africa's cement industry. At the time, no one paid attention. Cement was just another commodity, imported, expensive, unreliable. But that decision would eventually make him one of the richest men in Africa. This is the story of Aliko Dangote. Before the empire, there was a trader. Born in Kano, Nigeria, Aliko Dangote started small. He traded sugar, he traded rice, he traded flour. He understood one thing early: distribution is power. While others focused on selling products, Dangote focused on controlling supply. And then he noticed something. Nigeria was importing massive amounts of cement. Prices were high, supply was unstable, construction projects stalled because materials didn't arrive. Most businessmen saw risk. Dangote saw opportunity. At the time, entering cement production in Nigeria was considered dangerous. It required heavy capital. Government approvals were complex. Infrastructure was weak. Many who tried before had failed. But Dangote made a strategic shift. Instead of importing cement, he decided to produce it locally. That decision changed everything. Lower costs meant competitive pricing. Competitive pricing meant market dominance. But he didn't stop there. He understood something deeper. If you want to control an industry, you must control every layer of it. So he built factories, he acquired quarries, he invested in logistics, he built his own transportation network. From raw materials to production to delivery, Dangote Cement controlled the chain. Competitors were still negotiating shipping costs. Dangote was building plants. Competitors were struggling with distribution. Dangote had trucks moving across Nigeria daily. It wasn't luck, it was structure. By 2010, Dangote Cement had become the largest cement producer in Nigeria, producing millions of tons annually, more than many of its competitors combined. And then he expanded. Ghana, Ethiopia, Senegal, South Africa. The strategy was simple: dominate locally, scale regionally, control supply, control price, control influence. But there was another factor most people ignore: relationships. Large-scale industries require more than money. They require alignment. Dangote understood policy. He understood infrastructure. He understood timing. While others fought the system, he learned how to work within it. That strategic positioning made expansion smoother, faster, more efficient. Today, Dangote Cement is one of the largest cement producers in Africa. Its influence stretches across multiple countries, and its impact is visible in highways, bridges, skyscrapers, and housing estates across the continent. But here's the real lesson. Dangote didn't just sell cement, he controlled an ecosystem. He didn't compete on noise, he competed on structure. He didn't chase short-term profit, he built long-term dominance. In business, most people chase trends. Very few build control. Very few think vertically. Very few position themselves to influence an entire industry. That is the difference between participating in a market and owning it. Aliko Dangote saw what others ignored. He moved when others hesitated, and he built when others complained. The question is not whether opportunity exists. The question is whether you see it early enough and whether you're bold enough to structure around it. Because in the end, power in business does not come from selling products, it comes from controlling supply. Study strategy, build control, and think long-term. If you want more breakdowns of how African empires are built, subscribe, because the next story might change how you see business forever.